Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Foreign stories. Firstly, Ethiopian PM visited a major city in the Amhara region today. Where is Fano, by the way? Fano fighters claim to be in control of more than 80% of Amhara territories. But were they nowhere to be seen in Amhara today? Secondly, viewers, the project office, which is in charge of GERD, Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, has published a report about how much money is needed to complete the construction of the dam. This report is being criticized. Is government diverting funding from GERD to other heads? Failures, Bahir Dar, city of the Amhara region, where the issue of shortage of fuel is turning into a serious issue. Lastly, an Orthodox priest was found guilty today by a court in Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital. What happened? This priest has definitely tarnished the image of the church, Orthodox Church of Ethiopia. Let's start, viewers, from the Amhara region. Fano fighters, Fano commanders say that they are in control of 80% of Amhara territories. Skandar and Naga, other Fano commanders, in their statements, in their interviews, made these claims. Their video, their statements are on record. They claim that they are in control of more than two-thirds of the Amhara region. But if they are in control of two-thirds of the Amhara region, are they willing to let the Ethiopian PM Abiy visit a main city in the region? Or they're helpless, they just make big claims, they don't have the capability to strike big cities? Well, PM Abiy visited Gondar today. Gondar is where PM Abiy's wife belongs to. Zenash Tacho is from Gondar, so you can say that PM Abiy's in-laws are from Gondar. And he visited Gondar to monitor the development projects ongoing in Gondar city. Renovation of Emperor Fasilides Palace is ongoing in Gondar. A corridor project is being built as well. He visited these development projects. He was not alone. Obviously, Zinash, his wife, was with him. Temesgen Terone, Deputy Prime Minister, former head of Ethiopian intelligence agency, he's also from the Amhara region. He also accompanied him. General Ababa Tadase was also seen, the senior most generals of the Ethiopian National Defense Force. Again, he's from the Amhara region. He also accompanied the Prime Minister. Was the visit peaceful? Did Fano fighters try to attack the Prime Minister's visit venues? Well, silence. No action by Fano groups. Gondar has two Fanos, South Gondar, North Gondar Fanos, by Kenau, Haptevolde, Massafint. Several other Fano commanders are operating in Gondar, North Gondar, South Gondar. But PM Abiy freely visited one of the main cities in the Amhara region, showing that Fano's claims of being in control of 80% of Amhara region are not correct. A few days ago, Ethiopian government organized rallies across the Amhara region, if you remember. Several dozen rallies were taken out. People chanted slogans calling for peace, calling for end to war. And back then, if you remember, Fano groups opposed the organizing of the rallies. They targeted two rallies. They threw hand grenades at a rally in Voldia. They threatened that no rallies should be taken, otherwise participants will be targeted, killed. Still, rallies were taken out. And then Fano groups took out counter rallies to prove that people support them. But Fano's claims are definitely exaggerated. Uh, and generally, they don't try to hit uh, visiting federal government officials. Once they tried to target, I think, Brano Jula, when Jula visited Amhara region, we heard that Fano and Fano groups tried to attack the venue there, and then Jula had to be evacuated by helicopter by helicopter from the site. Whenever PM Abe visited Amhara region in the past, too, visits always remained peaceful. So either firefighters deliberately avoid targeting PM Abe. Why? Because if they know that if Prime Minister and his convoy are targeted, maybe that could meet with uh, fierce response from security forces, and large scale military operation could be relaunched in the region, or they don't have the capability, whatever the reason is. But PM Abiy visited Amhara region today. I think PM Abiy should visit Amhara region schools too, Amhara region's universities too. Perhaps this emperor facilities palace does not uh, uh, it's not important for the people. It is a symbolic value. What about the future of Amhara youths, Amhara students? Does he know how many schools are closed in the region? How many universities are closed in the region because of fighting? If he wants to appease Amhara people by inaugurating new projects, while people don't have access to schools and universities, I don't think that he'll be able to get any support from the region. Uh, and by the way, if the Prime Minister of Ethiopia can ensure that development projects are being built in the region, he should ensure that schools are open as well. He should ensure that businesses remain open as well. Government should devise a strategy. Or does it deliberately want the people of the region to suffer so that they'll then force Fano to stop fighting? Secondly, viewers, GERD. Two projects, I think, should be audited, and each and every bit of information about the source of funding, spending on these projects should be publicized, I believe. GERD and Palace, both are mega projects. Palace, a project, is shrouded in mystery. Foreign friends of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia are funding the project. Obviously, they have their interests to achieve, and they achieve the interests of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. GERD was inaugurated more than a decade ago. And when the project was launched, when its foundation stone was laid, it was said that the cost of the construction would be 80 billion birr. Today, GERD project director claimed that 80 billion more is needed to complete the construction. 97.6% of the project has been completed. Only 2.4% construction is remaining. For 2.4% remaining construction work, 80 billion birr are being demanded. It means total cost would be in trillions of birrs. Either the cost exponentially increased because of devaluation of birr, because of the delay in building the project, or government is diverting the money being raised for GERD to some other heads. These questions are being asked. Let's see that the government shares details. People are asking valid questions because GERD is the achievement of all Ethiopians. It's not the achievement of Ethiopian PM, Prosperity Party, Meles Zenawi, or one individual or one government or one political party. No, it's the achievement of all Ethiopians, people, diaspora as well. They bought bonds to fund the construction of GERD. It was built at a time when international community refused to cooperate with Ethiopia. Back then, Ethiopia raised money and it started the work. It's definitely a symbol of Ethiopian unity. It shows what Ethiopians are capable of. That is why they have every right to know how much money was spent, how much is needed more, and where will the remaining, the demanded 80 billion be spent. Earlier, the long queues of vehicles are being seen in a major city in the Amhara region, Bahir Dar, capital city. Why fuel shortage? Drivers say they have to spend hours sometimes to get petrol at petrol stations. There is shortage of petrol at petrol stations. And sometimes they debate for hours and still they're unable to get fuel from the gas stations. I told you about the crisis, fuel shortage crisis in Benishangul Gumuz region of Ethiopia. Then, if you remember, I shared with you two statements of top Ethiopian government officials. Sahral Abdullah spoke on this issue. Then Kasahan, Minister of Trade and Regional Coordination, spoke on the issue. Both shared conflicting information about shortage of fuel. Kasahan said there was no shortage of fuel in the country. Sahal Abdullah said that shortage is there. It's because of artificial, illegal storage. And it's because of the inability of the Horizon terminal of Djibouti to handle all Ethiopian oil imports. Now, Amhara regional government head of trade, Ibrahim Muhammad, claimed today that there is no shortage of fuel in the region, that artificial shortage is being created by some elements, and on government level there is no shortage of fuel. No shortage of fuel, but long queues of vehicles can be seen. Pictures are all over social media showing that people are suffering there. It means that oil mafia is very strong. Government does not have the strength to take on the oil mafia. I think there should be at least one statement from the federal government of Ethiopia. Lagasse Tolo, who loves to speak, he should tell the people people of Bahir Dar, people of Benishangalgum region. What is the reason behind shortage of fuel in Ethiopia? Lastly, viewers, an Orthodox priest has been found guilty of illegally withdrawing money from African Union bank account. Bele Mekonnen was arrested last year by Ethiopian federal police. Bele is a priest of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. African Union office in Ethiopia filed a complaint. It said that an Ethiopian Orthodox priest and two other accused tried to withdraw 6.5 million US dollars from African Union bank account in Addis Ababa. Federal police started the investigation. Investigation was completed and the challan was submitted to a court in Addis Ababa. Court heard the case swift uh, uh, proceedings, and the court has found Bele McConnell guilty. Prosecutors are asking the judges to award at least 20-year imprisonment to Bele McConnell. Three judges unanimously found Bele McConnell guilty of trying to illegally withdraw 6.5 million US dollars from African Union bank account at Commercial Bank of Ethiopia branch in Addis Ababa. Bele has definitely tarnished the image of the Orthodox Church of Ethiopia. Church is not involved as an institution in this crime. Bele was involved as an individual. Found guilty. Let's see how many years will he have to uh, spend in the prison. We'll see. So far, he's been found guilty, but the term of his imprisonment tenure has not been announced so far. Thank you for watching.